You are hard stuck platinum and gold and you really cannot figure out why. Your teammates always suck. Every game you feel like you should have a chance at winning, and sometimes you just get dumped on. Well, today we're going to go over some tips and tricks to help you guys figure out the ways that you can improve in your game, and we're going to give you some tips and tricks to really actually improve either your aim or your game sense to get you to that next level. First off, there are some players in platinum and gold that have really good aim, and this aim allows them to get out of a lot of bad situations because they put themselves in bad situations due to poor game sense. And there are other players who play the game pretty good. They know spawns, they know rotations, they just have no gun skill to back that up. So today I'm going to give tips and tricks on both of those fronts and really help you guys out here. So first off, we're going to jump into the spawns. And there's the two spawns we're going to go over is control and hardpoint. Two different ways, very similar though. On control, you spawn here and they spawn here. And then you guys battle it out. Well, if you get too close to their spawn, you get two people really pushed up in their spawn, seems like that's when they start spawning funky. Or if you get one person on some occasions pushed up too far, they start spawning elsewhere. Some of the examples I have here is in Karachi. If you're on offense and you push up into their spawn, they will start spawning on that back white truck into the U by P4. And if you push up too far on the other side while you're on defense, they'll start spawning like chicken coop. On high rise, they will start spawning underground if you push up too far in their offices. And then on invasion as well, if you push up on gas while you're on offense, they will start spawning back blue in that little garbage can corner, or they'll start spawning some of those weird alleyways by blue. And if you are pushed up on their spawn while you're on defense on invasion, they'll start spawning back bulldozer area. Outside of these, there's some strange spawns that will happen sometimes, but basically you always spawn in nearly the same spot on control over and over. Moving over to hardpoint now, and this is where it gets a little chaotic because hardpoint is typically where you are, they do not spawn, but sometimes your teammates will spawn funky, and understanding what these mean really will help you understand what's going on in the game. So watch where your teammates are spawning on the minimap. Watch it. If you see somebody if you're ADSing, let's say on invasion, you're on mid tank, you're ADSing dead straight towards like the gas area down mid, and you see your teammates spawn up there. Guess what? They're probably behind you. They're probably pretty close, especially if your teammate was the last one killed. Good chance they're right behind you. Turn around, try to get a kill, try to play your life at that point, but don't turn around and just ego chow everybody palace. That's not gonna be good for you guys. You're gonna spawn here and they're gonna spawn here. Everybody's pushing for the point though, so at some point people are gonna die. You're gonna get a 3-piece hopefully. If you get 3-piece, you're gonna spawn. If you just spawn here, they're probably gonna spawn over here. But if you guys are all pushed up here and you guys start flooding this direction, these guys aren't going to spawn here. Two might spawn here, and the very last guy off spawn might spawn over here, and now they have created a pinch. So being able to figure out, okay, there might be a guy back alley. We have nobody back alley on, let's say you're on P3 on Skid Row. We have nobody back alley or apartments. Guess what? They might have all spawned there, or at least one guy is going to spawn there. Picking up that there's a good chance that if you guys are all mid, they're going to split spawn probably, especially if you guys spawn up. If you guys spawn weird, guess what? They split spawn, and now you have to figure out where they're at. Play tight in the point. Hold the back alley, and just make sure you guys aren't going to allow people to seep through the cracks. Basically, accounting for all players is big as well. A 4 down on the kill feed does not necessarily mean that all 4 players died and are off spawn. Remembering that you have to make sure that all 4 players are actually dead and you did not get a 3-piece and then you guys got another kill right away, and that made a 4 down in the kill feed, but all 4 players did not in fact go down. This is a major issue I always see with people, especially in even higher lobbies. People will mistake in 4 down in the kill feed for a 4 down. Everybody's accounted for. They're not all accounted for. They're not all off spawn right now. There is one guy still lurking in our spawn playing a cruddy corner. And when it comes to spawn now, it's just something that you just have to learn over time. Like P1 Skid Row, they spawn tunnel side, you spawn double doors. You actually spawn back like on the P3 pallet, and you guys spawn P4 in the barber shop there, and that's kind of how it works. If you're on P4, you're spawning tunnel. Guess what? They're spawning bottom mid, or they might even be spawning apartments depending on how how it's playing out. But usually they're gonna be spawning like bottom mid area, and you're gonna be spawning tunnel. And you guys all flush towards the point. Some other weird spawns are like P3 for Skid Row. If you get pushed up too far in ticket, they'll start spawning back apartments, or they might spawn like barbershop occasionally if you get some weird spawns, and they get to push through like a playground area, and they push through and they go laundry. If you get spawn back alley like laundry area, just know that that means that nobody's really close to the point. If they're on the point and you spawn there, that's crazy, but you should be able to hit the point out and know they're on the other side of the point and they're all spawning ticket. You'll always spawn close to the point. Just remember that they're spawning far away probably. That's the basis of it. So if you're spawning back like P5 on invasion and you spawn close gas, they're spawning literally palace probably, or they're spawning broken building area. So they have to run down that entire lane just to be able to get there. It's a good chance they're probably spawning like P2 right there. They're not going to be spawning broken, I think, if I remember that right. So they still have a run, but you still have a good way to hold a big line of sight, or they have to push through many different areas to be able to get to you. Going over some basic aiming techniques for you guys. Centering is the core principle in all FPS shooters. And if you're not centering at this point, or even know what that is, basically you look at where your center dot is on your crosshair and make sure that spot is in the best spot possible to win the next gunfight. Allow you to move through windows and doors easier. And this, if you keep your center dot, in the center of the window while you're jumping through it, a good chance you got through the window. That center dot is where your character's middle of the body will be. So if you're running through a doorway, make sure you're not looking at the right side of the door. Make sure you're looking at the middle of the doorway. You will go through the doorway with no problems at all. Another major thing people don't do is when they're centering is they could be centering the doorway, but you're centering the floor of the doorway. Now, if you think somebody's coming from there, or they could be laying down right there, okay. But the odds of somebody's laying down right there is not very well. You want to be centering about chest height, maybe more like the middle of the body. And that will give you a good spot to consistently get easy kills while playing the game. If you're not getting the easy kills, how are you going to get the hard kills? And some people just do this, they just forget the basics and they are only getting these head glitch kills and they're getting some crazy kills. But for the most part, you need to be getting your ones and you make sure you are actually getting your easy kills. And that's my next topic here is getting your ones. Every time you're off spawn, get one. If you're struggling, get your one. Play a cruddy corner. Lay down. Play a spot where you're in an alley and they gotta push right on you. They gotta run over you basically to get the kill. Play that mid cut and invasion. Make them push through to you. And make them actually, have to, win a gunfight against you. And you're in a spot where you're ADSing, you're ironed up, and you're just waiting for them to push right into your iron sight. Take these gunfights, win them, get your confidence going again. Getting your ones can almost win you the game. That's a basic thing. It's not that hard to consistently win some basic ones. If you're holding your irons and you're jiggling left and right and use aim assist, should be no reason that you can't win a one easy when you have that big of an advantage. If you do, bad game. It happens to everyone. It happens to everybody. Last but not least, rotating, and most people have no idea how to rotate. You think you do, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna click off the video, but you have no idea how to rotate. And if you're in platinum still, and you're in gold, silver, bronze, you have no idea how to rotate, and you think you do, but you don't. So how to rotate better? First off, you need to learn that you're securing spawns. You're not necessarily securing the hard point. So just because you rotate and you get to the new point, throw your trophy down, you're ironing it up, you're staring at nothing basically. You're sitting there all happy we rotated and you get pieced. Because no, our teammates didn't rotate. Well, your teammates died, they spawned out because you didn't get a kill there. Because you rotated for the hill, not the spawns. Best example I got for you guys is like P2 to P3 on Skid Row. Let's say your team has the point. On P2, you're rotating. The first guy off spawn here is going to take the long route. The next guy is going to take the shorter route, and the next guy is going to take the shortest route. This basically makes everybody hit there at the same time, and the guy in the long route should be going for spawns. He is wrapping apartments, trying to get those back spawns there, and the next guy is going to hit that mid cut, and the next guy is going to hit the hop up, going the window. So now you got a guy P1, you got a guy plat area on the window, you got a guy back apartments. This last guy off spawn is going to hit straight through garage. Or that guy is going to hit, he's going to hit if you guys have the point, everyone's flushed through and kind of, secured their spots and is lined up. This guy's going to hit tunnel and wrap all the way around. And he's probably going to find a guy pinching through bottom mid or somewhere. That guy is going to fully anchor the spawns. This guy is going to get through here. He's not going to go through crates because we want them spawning crates. So that guy off spawn going this direction is going to make them spawn like Barber. And guess what? Everything you guys just did is gone. You guys were trying to secure spawns. You're trying to secure the back apartment spawns because you want to get to that window. Basically what you want is you want to hit apartments. And when you're on apartments, you want to be able to, kill anybody coming playground or, top mid. You got a guy on point. That guy's holding the front side. But then you also have a guy window holding the front side as well. So now the only way they can get through is to go tunnel. And that guy is going to come down tunnel and secure the spawns. These guys are going to be spawning bomb. And these guys are going to have to go all the way through that tunnel just to be able to break the hill at that point. Because that guy sitting windows are really a pain to actually get a kill on. And, you got to throw your tax and nades and really, oh my God, I saw a whole another, oh my God. Tax and nades, guys. Tax and nades. Every time you spawn in, you need to throw your tax and nades. One, you stun people. One, Semtexes and frag grenades, they do this thing called kill people. And if you throw a Semtex at somebody in the corner, he has to push you. It's a power position. It's a power play. Use your frags and Semtexes. Use your flashbangs. If they have trophies, your goal is to break those trophies. You see a trophy in the middle of nowhere, you shoot it and you break it. You don't always have to do this. It might give your position away. But breaking their trophies gives you easy breaks on hard points. Not being able to use tacks and nades to break a point. If you're not even throwing them the entire game, I don't know what you're doing. You're literally throwing the game for your team. Throw your tacks and throw your nades. And if you're having issues in ranked play, maybe you need to warm up there. Maybe you need to go shoot some bots. If you're still having issues in ranked play after watching this video, you might need to go shoot bots. You might need to improve your aim. You need to go warm up, do like a small map rotation, warm up, play shipment real quick, learn how to shoot better and get your aim warmed up. A bunch of good things happen from warming up properly and and getting in the ranked play mindset. So be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you did enjoy the video, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Thank you guys, appreciate you.